So this is amazing. Sam Altman and some of the reputed figures from OpenAI did actually an EMA session in Reddit and answered very interesting questions, giving us some leaks and rumors, teasing some of the future updates and features we are going to get. And also Sam Altman answered the question, what did Ilya see? So stay tuned. Make sure you watch this video from the start right through the end. Cause trust me, some questions are absolutely awesome. So starting with the first question. When will you guys give us a new text to image model? DALL-E 3 is kind of outdated. Sam replies, the next update will be worth the wait, but we don't have a release plan yet. So he asks about Search GPT. What are the unique advantages or key differences of Search GPT that will make it worthwhile compared to typical search engine? For that, Sam says that it is way faster and easier, and also they are looking forward in future. If we search for a search query, then a dynamically rendered custom web page would come as a response to explain the question. This would be pretty awesome if it comes. So another user asks why Sora is being delayed. Is it due to the amount of compute time required for the inference or due to safety? For that, the OpenAI CPU replies, we need to perfect the model, need to get safety, impersonation, other things right, and need to scale the compute. So I think there is very high compute required for Sora. That is the reason they are not able to release it. So one user asks a very important question, that when will we get advanced voice mode vision, and why is GPT-5 taking so long, and what about full oven? To that, Sam says that they are prioritizing oven and its successors to release first, and all these new models are getting complex, and shipping them all in parallel is kind of difficult, and also they don't have a release date for the advanced voice mode vision, which I think they announced way back. Another user asks, are you planning to reduce the API cost of advanced voice mode? To that, CPO responds that they have been reducing the cost of API for 2 years, and currently GPT-4o mini is like 2% the cost of GPT-3. So they also expect this kind of a conversion for the voice and other models in the future. It is fascinating that you can get GPT-4o mini performance at 2% of the cost of GPT-3. I mean, AI is actually getting cheaper. So another user asks, when will we be able to hear advanced voice mode sync? To that, OpenAI CPU says that they are working on it, and even he wants to hear ChatGPT sync. So we may see this updated soon. Now this is a very interesting question. So one user asks that regarding the ability for adult users to toggle, will they allow not safe for work content for adults? I mean, not extremely, but which is reasonable. To that, Sam Altman says that we totally believe in treating adult users like adults, but it takes a lot of work to get this right. And right now we have more urgent priorities. But he says would like to get this right someday. And this is a very interesting question. Will ChatGPT eventually be able to perform tasks on its own? Message you first. So this is something very nice. Message you first. To that, OpenAI CPO says, in my honest opinion, this is going to be a big theme in 2025. Looking forward to that. I mean, I think this update will be the closest thing to interact with a lifelike AI. So one user asks, is ChatGPT still using Bing as the search engine behind the scenes? For that, OpenAI VP of engineering says that they use a set of services and Bing is an important one. So the search GPT, about which I have already posted a video, is also using Bing. So my OpenAI seems to be taking some help from Microsoft till now. Still, one user asked that what is the next breakthrough in the GPT line of product and what is the expected timeline. For that, Sam Altman says that we will have better and better models, but the main thing that will feel a giant breakthrough will be. So the next user asks, how will Owen influence scaling of LLMs? So he's basically asking, what path will OpenAI take? Will they continue to train larger and larger models, or they will use smaller models but let them think for a long time? That is scaling test time compute, or just directly scaling the models. For that, OpenAI CPO says it's not either or, it's both. Better base models plus more strawberry scaling inference time compute. So as they previously told, they will be having two branches, that is O1 models that are more focused on using small models and longer reasoning time, and other branch is GPT models which directly work on the principle of scaling the size of the models. Now this is something I think which is important for us, that is advice for ambitious youngsters that want to contribute to the revolution of AI. To that, OpenAI CPO says, start using it every day. Use it to teach you things and learn whatever you want to learn. Coding, writing, product design, anything. If you can learn faster than others, then you can do anything. I think this is a takeaway that all of you guys and even I should take and actually make use of AI as much as possible. So next user asks, what is the best personal assistant workflow you have seen? To that, OpenAI VP of engineering says that first is summarizing medical reports and asking it to help to ask the right questions to the doctors. I have personally used this. I have uploaded my medical reports to Claude to actually understand all those terminologies and everything. And next up is people uploading their knowledge to create custom GPTs. So if you go to OpenAI's YouTube channel, you can see a video where they have actually made a custom chat GPT of a painter, and all of his conversations, personality, all of his paintings are mentioned in that GPT, and people could actually talk to that painter and they would actually feel it's the same person talking. So next is a very popular question: when will full oven release? To that OpenAI CPO says soon. So I think this end of this year will be a time when we'll get oven, or maybe even before that. Stay tuned for that. So one user asked a very interesting question: what's one thing you wish ChatGPT could do, but it can't yet? To that OpenAI VP of Engineering says, I would love for it to understand my personal information better and take actions on my behalf. Now, this is a very important question. One of the most important. It says, is the plan to continue to release O series models from now on? Improve on regular models, example GPT-3, 4, 405, both or a combination of those. So he's basically asking what is the future plan of OpenAI. To that, OpenAI CPO says both, and at some point I expect they'll converge. So he's actually teasing that in future we'll have a model that is a combination of both O1 and maybe GPT-5. I think this is what Orion is, most probably, because since it is being trained on Strawberry, so most probably Orion could be that model. So one user asks, once AGI is achieved, what is the first thing you would like to apply it on? Is there a certain field on speed dial for that moment? To that VP of engineering says, I would love for it to accelerate scientific discovery. I'm personally very interested in health and medicine. If I had the chance to talk to AGI, the question that I would ask is, what is the purpose of life? Tell me down in the comment section, what question would you ask if you had an access to AGI? And lastly, the infamous question. Seriously though, what did Elias see? And this time Sam Altman actually answered. He says the transcendent future. Eli is an incredible visionary and sees the future more clearly than almost anyone else. His early ideas, excitement, and vision were critical to so much of what we have done. For example, he was one of the key initial explorers and champions for some of the ideas that eventually became Owen. The field is very lucky to have him. And even before Owen was released, I explained in my video that I think around 2019, Ilya already tested a very early version of how these models could improve and how we could build models like Owen. If you haven't watched that video, I'll be linking that video where I have explained the whole article that Ilya wrote. And this will actually help us to understand the deep insight that person has. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. What an awesome day it was. I mean, having a model with the combined power of O1 and GPT-4, or having a model that actually prompts us first, and having a search GPT which actually answers by generating a web page in real time. OpenAI is up for absolutely awesome releases, and I'll be covering all of them when they release. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such AI updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one.